Hello there, folks. What we're looking at on my screen right now is a TI-30X2S Texas Instruments calculator that you can purchase for around $20 at just about any Walmart, Walgreens, or bookstore or Amazon. They're cheap, but they do so much. It's so underrated. What I'd like to do today is to show how to use this thing to work with fractions. In particular, I need to point out that there are two functions for each button on this calculator. The main function is on the face of the button. The secondary function is in purple here above the button. To access the secondary function, you would hit second and then choose the button that has the preferred secondary function above it. And I'm going to turn it on. And I'll first show how to convert a decimal to a fraction. Now, the two buttons that I'll be using in this little presentation are these two buttons right here. The PRB button, and I have no idea what its main function is, but above it, it's got an F double-headed arrow D, which means fractions to decimals and decimals to fractions. Below it is a button I call the ABC button. It looks like a mixed number, doesn't it? It has that form. And its secondary function is to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction or an improper fraction back to a mixed number. So first, let's look at converting a decimal to a fraction. Consider the decimal 0.75. So I've entered 0.75 into the calculator. Let's hit equals. Didn't really have to. I just want to make sure it's in there. Now, to convert that to a fraction, I happen to know that 0.75 is 3/4. So to convert that to a fraction, I'll use the fraction to decimal, decimal to fraction button. I'll hit second and then the PRB. Second and then PRB. It shows answer, fraction to decimal, decimal to fraction. Now I'm going to press the equals button. And sure enough, there's the 3/4 that I knew it was. So that's how to convert a decimal to a fraction. Next, I want to show how to add fractions with different denominators. I'm going to add 1/6 and 3/5 together. So I'll clear the calculator. To enter a fraction, I'll be making use of the ABC button. To enter 1/6, I hit 1 ABC, and you'll see that little symbol right there. That is the calculator's way of showing a fraction bar. 6. There's 1/6. Now I want to add to that the fraction 3/5. So I'll hit plus 3 ABC 5. And now I'll press equals. And it gives the answer to me as a simplified fraction. If we had converted 1/6 and 3/5 both to the least common denominator of 30, we would have gotten 5/30 plus 18/30, and that would have given us 23/30. Next, I want to show how to subtract fractions with different denominators. 1/6 minus 3/5. So this should be, let's see, again, that would be 5/30 minus 18/30, a negative 13/30 for the answer to this one. So let me clear out the calculator. 1 ABC 6 minus 3 ABC 5. And there's our negative 13/30. Next, I'd like to show how to simplify a fraction. Negative 35 over 120 is what I'm going to simplify. So I'll clear out the calculator. Now, many people mistake the negative sign for this button, which is not the negative sign. This button is the minus sign. The negative sign is down here. So if I want to enter a negative number, I first press that button. So I want to hit negative and then enter the fraction 35 over 120. 35 ABC 120. Hit equals, and it gives it to me in simplified form, a negative 7/24. So that's how to use this calculator to simplify a fraction. If you had divided top and bottom by 5, 35 divided by 5 would have given you 7. 120 divided by 5 would have given you 24. So this calculator will simplify fractions. Next, to multiply fractions. I want to multiply 1/6 times 3/5. So I'll clear out the calculator. 1 ABC 6 times 3 ABC 5. So there we have 1/6 times 3/5 equals 1/10. Numerator times numerator would have given us 1 times 3 is 3. Denominator times denominator would have given us 6 times 5 is 30. And 3 over 30 would have simplified to 1 over 10. That's the nice thing about calculators. They give you the right answer if you work them correctly. Let's now look at how to divide one fraction by another. I want to divide 3/5 by 1/6. Now, to divide fractions, remember you multiply the first one by the reciprocal of the second one. So that would be 3/5 times 6 over 1, or 18/5. Clear. 3 ABC 5 divided by 1 ABC 6. Notice that it gives it to us as a mixed number. That little U means and. This is 3 and 3/5. Now, if you need it as an improper fraction, you use the second function of the ABC button, which is to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, or an improper fraction back to a mixed number. So if I now press second and then ABC and then equals, it should give me 18/5 as the result. Second ABC equals. And there we have the 18/5. So that's how to divide fractions. Now I want to show how to add mixed numbers. I want to add a negative 2.5 to a 3 1/4. So let me clear the calculator. I'll be making use of the ABC button. To enter a mixed number, you press the whole number part, then the ABC button, then the numerator, then the ABC button, and then the denominator. negative 2.5 would be negative 2 ABC, 1 ABC, 2. There's negative 2.5. And to that, I want to add 3 1/4. 3 ABC, 1 ABC, 4. And it gives it to me as 3/4. Next, I want to show how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. So clear. Let's say 3 1/4, which I happen to know is 13/4. 3 ABC, 1 ABC, 4. There's 3 1/4. To convert that to an improper fraction, I hit second ABC. Second ABC, and equals. And there's the 13/4 we knew it to be. To convert a fraction to a decimal. We already saw that 3/4 was 0.75, so let's show that using the calculator. Clear. 3 ABC, 4 equals, and it's got it in there now as a fraction. I want to convert that to a decimal, so I'll make use of the second function for the PRB button, fraction to decimal. Second PRB equals, and there's the 0.75 I knew it to be. Finally, I want to show how to multiply a fraction and a whole number. Let's say you want to multiply 2/3 times 7. Two-thirds times 7. Now, if you did it by hand, you would think of that 7 as a 7/1, and then numerator times numerator, 2 times 7 would be 14, and 3 times 1 would be 3. 14/3 is 4 and 2/3, right? So let's do that. 2/3 times 7. It should give us a mixed number as the answer. So 2 ABC, 3, there's the 2/3, times 7 is 14/3 as an improper fraction, and 4 2/3 as a mixed number. It gives us the mixed number. To change that to the improper fraction, we would hit second and then the ABC button, and then equals. Second ABC equals. And there's the 14/3. Well, that's just about all you can do with fractions. I can't think of any other operation with fractions to show you. I hope that you can make use of this information. So we'll end this video, and I'll see you for the next one.